Once you get your own place, what's going to be your first meal? Hi, I'm Bruce Spangler, CEO of the Volunteer Ministry Center. Located on the corner of East 5th and North Broadway, the Volunteer Ministry Center is dedicated to ending and preventing homelessness. I was having a conversation with one of our neighbors the other day, and she was recalling a conversation she had with some friends about the question, well, what are you going to have for your first meal once you get to your apartment? This individual had been in homelessness for a number of years, and so she knew the answer to that question, but through those 4 or 5 years of experiencing homelessness, it wasn't an easy trip. Oftentimes, the things that we might assume to be small stumbles in life are actually big catastrophes for folks who, in the midst of poverty or the experience of homelessness, and it was no different for her. She recounted all the things that had happened along her way, the distrust that she had of total strangers, not sure what to do in terms of the next step and trying to find help. But anyway, she came back to the conversation about what am I going to have for my first meal once I get my apartment. And lo and behold, this past September, she got her own apartment. And she began to tell me in quite detail what that first meal was. She said where she was living, they had an outdoor grill, and that gave her the idea that she could cook her first meal outside, and which she had always hoped to do. So she went to the local grocer and she bought a prime rib steak. And she said, it's really gone up in the past 5 years since the last time I bought one. I simply shook my head in agreement. And she said, I had that prime rib. I put it on that grill and grilled it to perfection. And I had a loaded baked potato. And then I poured me a glass of Merlot wine. Yes, she said, no, make that 2 glasses of Merlot wine. For her, that day was a dream come true. And that's the power of housing. That's the power of the work that we do here at the Volunteer Ministry Center. It may not always be prime rib. It may not always be a glass of wine, but it is about hopes and dreams that come true. So as we move towards this holiday season, one of the things that we really work hard for is to empower folks to achieve housing as quickly as they can so they can form those kind of traditions, can have those kinds of opportunities that they often dream about but don't really know that it's a reality. So here's to you during this holiday season, and yes, maybe 2 wines of Merlot will do, 2 glasses of Merlot will do for now. Thank you for joining with me on this episode of The Corner Perspective.